read through the entire instructions when I was making the corn casserole in my last video. So I didn't know that you were supposed to let it sit so it could firm up. So I think it was probably okay that it was jiggly. I didn't really need to add extra cornmeal, but I did. And so I'm here for part 2 of my cooking adventures in the kitchen. So today we're going to be making falafels and spicy mac and cheese, and that's only 2. And cranberries. I think that's it. And so this will be the complete Thanksgiving. So this, I guess, is considered maybe the main dishes, and then the last video is more side dishes. Everything's a side when you're a vegan. So as we learned in my first video, okay, you really need to stop sniffing the camera. Stop. This is B. This is our little baby B. You're a terror. Can you stop? Please?
Denied.
So as we learned in the last video, drinking while cooking is really funny, but not recommended. But it wouldn't be a good video without finishing this. We don't want to be wasteful. Now I got the idea for falafels for Thanksgiving from my good best friend that lives in Canada, on the internet, on YouTube. Haley Blay, y'all. I saw her vlog for Thanksgiving because I guess Canadians do Thanksgiving about a month earlier, which is a little odd, but hey, they're Canadian, so what do you expect? Just kidding. Pretty much everybody that's going to be in my bridal shower is Canadian. Not that I'm engaged or anything, but if I was going to get married anytime soon, my bridesmaids would all be Canadian. Yep. So if you didn't know, Haley's a vegan as well, and she made falafels, and so I was like, wow, that is such a good idea. I'm gonna do that too. So for this recipe, you're going to need some parsley, shallots, garlic, onion, cumin, salt, pepper, wine, onions, pepper, sesame seeds, and chickpeas. It's probably the most important part. You can't even see it. Chickpeas. And so since Thanksgiving is in like 2 days, I'm not going to be making the full version of the recipe. I'm going to be cutting everything in half. I will link the actual recipes, like the full recipes with all of the ingredients in the description box, and then I'm just going to half them. So don't listen to me and just watch. So the first thing you're going to do is add chickpeas, parsley, shallot, garlic, sesame seeds, cumin, salt, pepper, oh my goodness, and cardamom, which we're not using because that, you don't know what that is, to a food processor, and then you're going to blend and pulse and do that. See, normally I wouldn't be like, oh, my camera died, because, you know, YouTubers always do that, and you know what, we would never know if you didn't say it. But in this situation, you actually would know because, ta-da! Everything is already cut. So yeah, the camera died, so I just figured I would just cut everything up and figure out measurements, and then really the only thing missed was that and the fact that I just said, fuck it, we're gonna make the entire recipe. But Erica, I wanted to watch you cut. It's like the funniest part. Your commentary, like, oh, we missed so much. Well, you know what? That's just life. You know, you can't get everything you want. You know, sometimes I would really, really, really love to meet Kat Von D, but you don't see me whining about that. First thing we're going to do is take one of these, I'll be blending all this in my NutriBullet, and when I say my NutriBullet, I mean Ivan's NutriBullet because I didn't buy it. It says to put in 15 ounces of chickpeas that have been drained, rinsed, patted, and dried without hairs. And you know, if a couple of them fall behind the fridge, that's fine, just don't tell anybody. And then you're going to finely chop 1/3 cup of parsley.
I picked organic because I was willing to pay the extra, but guess what? The checkout guy just charged me for the basic bitch one, so I got $1.50 worth of organic parsley for 69 cents. I mean, really, you know this is going to be a great recipe.
So 1/3 cup of finely chopped parsley, 4 cloves of chopped garlic, and then 2 shallots. Now, let me tell you, in my brain, I was thinking that the garlic was what was really going to, you know, fuck with your senses. And I chopped that so fast, and I was like, man, I'm fine. I was chopping the shallots, and I was just not prepared for the tears that were going to come down my face. Apparently, shallots are part of the onion family. Oh, and also, fun fact, when I was shopping and it said 4 cloves of garlic, I went and bought 4 of these because that was my thought process. Now, when you open this is a clove. You need 4 of these, not 4 of these. And then this is where you're going to add the sesame seeds, salt, pepper, and cumin. You should add all of that into this, and then you're just going to pulse it until it's kind of like a thick batter, I think is what it said. A crumbly dough, not a paste. See photo. Done. So this is what I have. It's kind of hard because that thing was so big and it just like was having a hard time, you know, pulsing and shit. And then I just realized I didn't read ahead and you're supposed to be adding 1 tablespoon of flour, which I didn't include in the ingredients list. So I'm gonna put it back in there and put some flour in and hope I didn't screw this up already. This is what we have. It looks exactly the same as what I just showed you. I think this was fine. If you just see any big chunks of shit, just pick it out. Now we're gonna let this sit in the fridge. That's my cat jumping on the trash can. Let this sit in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours. It says that you can skip this part if you're in a hurry, but I would recommend not doing that because you've probably already messed this up. So just take some precautions and let it chill for the entire time it's supposed to. This might be a takeover video because my boyfriend's about to be home and he's gonna want to play Destiny and that's gonna be really loud in the background, so I might just have to cook and then film and then talk over it and make some jokes. But yep, it's a new day because I don't have the attention span to actually cook everything in one day. This is me just doing weird things because Ivan's watching me while he's playing his video game and I feel really awkward and uncomfortable, so I'm gonna do a voiceover because it's way too loud. Moving on to the spicy mac and cheese, what you're gonna need are minced garlic, nutritional yeast, raw cashews that have been soaked for forever, chili powder, cumin, macaroni obviously, vegetable soup, and stock, an onion, cornstarch, hatch green chilies. Wine is optional, but recommended. 10 out of 10 recommended. Moving on to where the magic happens. We're gonna boil some fucking water. So pour some water, preferably filtered, into a pan and then you're gonna season the shit out of it with some salt because that's really important. And now we're going to peel the onion and mince half of it. Definitely peeled 1 too many layers off of that, but nobody has to know except for you guys that I just told you. And now we're just gonna chop. And with the magic of the internet, it looks like I'm chopping super fast and I have a lot of skills. And this is when something really, really dramatic happened. I forgot to add the pasta. Clearly, I also forgot to put on my onion goggles because that shit stings. Now, this is the part where you would actually dice the garlic, but we're too lazy, so we just bought a can of diced garlic. Obviously, that catastrophe was not me forgetting the pasta because here I am filming it right now. Oh shit, this may have been it. I completely overboiled my water and it was going everywhere. If you could only hear me screaming, it was so freaking loud. Now we're going to add everything to our cashew cheese sauce into this thing. 1 cup of raw cashews that have been soaked overnight or 4 to 6 hours and then drained. 1.5 cups of vegetable broth, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and then this is the part where Ivan decided to waltz into the kitchen and fuck up everything I was doing with my magic. And yes, this video is sponsored by Dasani. Then add your hatch green chilies. You can really add as much as you want. I think it's a 2 to 3 ounces, but you know, do you. Now leave that shit alone and add some oil to another pan because we're gonna add the onions and the garlic and we're gonna roast those things for 7 minutes or fry them, grill them, like we're just gonna cook them until they're yummy. Perfect. Now you're gonna add those onions and garlic into the blender thing of really disgusting shit. I was beyond amazed at this point that this actually looked like some kind of cheese sauce. It's yellow, sort of. Now once that looks super blended and creamy, we're gonna add it to the pot that we had the macaroni in because I forgot to tell you I already strained it, so it's just like chilling in the sink right now. And then you're just gonna heat it until it gets really, really thick and yummy. Oh my gosh, seriously, this was so good though. Now while that's thickening, we're gonna heat up another pan of really hot oil for, you guessed it, the falafels. Now just place a few of the falafels at one time into the pan and let them cook and just flip them until they're golden and cute, and it's like 5 to 7 minutes or really how burnt you want them, I guess. Now just add your pasta to the cheese and stir it, and God, I'm telling you, this stuff is so freaking good. And last but not least, the cranberries. Yes, that's right, canned cranberries. I legit look forward to this every single Thanksgiving, and luckily these jellied cranberries are vegan and I love them. So this is the finished look. You know, this is the falafels. Don't forget the hummus because falafels and hummus are so good, but yeah. How is it?
What is it?
I say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. I don't know. I never like to say goodbye in my videos.
Don't say bye.
Okay. Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. Go get
Bye.
drunk. Bye. Because it's fun to get drunk. Or don't.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double